Good day everybody. Today I will be filming the setup of indirect cooking on my Acorn barbecue. Personally, I have been using the Acorn barbecue by Char-Griller for quite some time, and it is an excellent platform if you want to do charcoal cooking. It's got a really nice dial there. It's all sealed around the edges and everything, so it really locks in that temperature. It's got a large grilling surface. I think it's about 24 inches across from side to side, so it's a good space for grilling. So anyways, today what we're doing is I'm showing you my setup for indirect cooking, and I'll lift this grill out of the way here, and you'll see down in the bottom here I've got my coals put to one side, and then I've got a metal pan plate down in there. That's the first step. Step number two, you get yourself a throwaway pan. You put it down in there on top of the first pan, right side up, and this time you're going to fill it full of water. So I got water in this one right now. I've added some extra coals around the side for our burning. That should be enough for our Portuguese chicken. And then I've taken a zip cube, I broke it in half, and I put it in 2 spots in there, and now I'm going to light it. Make sure you got those zip cubes down in a little bit so that you've got fuel all around it, and they'll start to ignite the charcoal, get it smoldering, and then we'll have a good burn. At this point too, once I've lit it and I've got the barbecue set up, I usually like to make sure that my drafts are all the way open. So we got the one down here on the bottom, it's open. And then just shut this for a second, not to put it out, but just flip that top one open. And then you keep this open while the flame is up, and then once the flame dies down, you have good ignition on the charcoal. You're just going to shut that grill lid and let it heat to temperature. So you can see we're getting some really good burn on our coals down in there. See some red and white. There you go. And the wind's pretty much blowing out our flame. We've got a little bit of flame left, but we have some good burn on those coals. That's what you want to see. Got it in 2 locations, so that's going to help ignite it faster. I think I'm going to shut the top now and let her heat up. And the draft, by shutting the top, it's going to create a draft coming in through this bottom vent. The air is going to come in there, and it's going to go up through, pulling air by those coals, igniting them even further without flame. And then the exhaust is obviously going to go out this top vent. Okay, looking down through the top of the grill, through the top vent, you can see that there's some nice red coals down there in the bottom, and that's exactly what we're wanting right now. It's heating up nice, and we are sitting at almost 250 degrees Fahrenheit, just over 100 degrees Celsius. So you can see down in there that we have some good red hot embers all over the place, and our temperature is sitting now just over 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius. So it should be noted too, the temperature I want to get to is 450 to 550 for high heat. Okay, so now what I've done is I've opened it back up, and I've actually added some charcoal back to this. And what that's for is just because you used quite a bit of charcoal in the initial getting it to temperature process. I want to make sure I have enough in there, because this chicken, Portuguese style chicken, is going to cook for about 45 minutes on one side. Then we're going to flip it over, and it's going to cook another 15 to 20 minutes on the other side. So I want to ensure that I have enough fuel in there. So I've added more to it. We'll give that a couple more minutes. It should be fully ignited, and we'll be ready to go. All right, check it out down in there. We got our coals. They're bright red again. Lots of fuel down there. If you have a look, you can't really see the water boiling. I'll have to open it up for you. Our temperature is at 450, so we're going to crack this case open, and we're going to have a look inside. Yeah, you can see that water's just boiling down in there. That's going to give us good moisture, and our coals are lit perfectly. Got good heat on the grill. We're going to take this chicken, and we are going to throw it on skin side down, right like this, over the water. So that way we've got indirect heat. And we'll shut the grill, and we'll let that cook it. One of the last things you didn't see me do there is I shut the grill grate, or the grill choke at the top. So we've only got it open a little bit. This one's not numbered, but it's about halfway. And then the bottom is shut, which it shouldn't be. It should be right about there. Just setting down the heat a little bit so it doesn't get too excited. I'll calm down the coals and the burn. And we should have a nice even flow of heat. We've got a chicken sitting right over top of the water. So that is going to keep the moisture on our chicken really well. So it's really starting to rain out now, and I wanted to show you this indirect cooking system is set up this way so that that pan catches all the grease. There is another way that we do indirect cooking, and I will have a future video on that. Awesome, thank you for joining us on this video. If you don't want to miss the next one, please click subscribe. Also, if you wouldn't mind, share these videos and toss a like on there. See you next time. Thanks.